Hello, and welcome to Business Connects. Meet the members. Today, joining me is Udoka Ume of UU Compassionate Services. And oh, wait a second, it's been a minute since we've had one of these interviews. So I guess I should introduce myself again. I'm Jennifer Wilner, proud founder of Business Connects. We are now in our 10th and a half year as a networking, not a networking group, right, Ugo? We are a community of
Correct.
like-minded small business owners, entrepreneurs, and solopreneurs who get together every Friday and do our best to really help each other with whatever is going on in our businesses, whatever we need help with. So, besides all that, we're going to get started. So, welcome, Udoka. Thank you so much
Welcome.
for joining me today. I'm so happy to have you with me here. So, Udoka, tell us a little bit about you personally, like not the business, but tell us about you.
Well, thank you so much, Jennifer, for having me. A pleasure to always be in your company. And I'll take it away. Actually, Udoka, I was inspired by my father, a father that empowered me, showed me the way to, and I emulated him a lot. As a young kid growing up, he inspired me as he served his nation in different continents, in different consulates, as an ambassador in different countries. I learned a lot. I learned to serve. Service is what is our calling. It's not a task. I learned from him dedication. I learned from him compassion. I learned from him reliability, dignity to serve with all these important wordings. And that's what I learned from my father. He was a pacemaker for my existence.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. And okay, so now let's get to the juicy part of the business. What exactly does UU Transportation Services do? What do you offer?
Well, we service people, clients, patients, people that live in assisted living, live in nursing home, or even in the community. We transport them from point A to point B. We do provide these services or provide these rights with compassion, with dignity, and with reliability, safely, and we let them get there on time. As a professional, I had worked as a therapist, as an occupational therapist, and that was how I started my healthcare journey. And I kind of, emerged into an assisted living executive director, where I personally and firsthand saw the shortage and the gap that was in transportation. So we service people that live in this skilled nursing, assisted living in the community, in independent living, or people that are serviced by agencies. We transport them from their homes to doctor's appointments, to dialysis, to rehab out in the community. We transport them, like I said, safely, with dignity, with personalized care. That's what we do.
Okay, that's wonderful. And so not taxi service, not general car service, but and not medical transportation, but the people who need, I guess I'm going to say who have the appointments. So maybe doctor's appointments and then but also not doctor appointments, right?
Yes. So what we are non-emergency medical transportation. We are the
Not
ambulatory.
right.
So ambulatory, I don't transfer people that I don't transport people that are unable to walk. But if you can stand and pivot from wheelchair into my car or into my van, we can take you. And people that use cane, adaptive equipment, such as cane, such as rollator, such as walker, we walk you from your door to your doctor's appointment, or we walk you from the skilled facility to where you're going. That is the big difference between Uber, Lyft, and UU transportation. We walk you, with compassion. We walk you with dignity. We give you the extra time that you need to move at your own pace. We are there holding you. I'm a born therapist. So I train the drivers how to, walk the residents or the patients or the clients from point A to point B. And we wait with you if you allow us, or if you let us know, if you book us in that manner. We wait for you for your appointment or for your dialysis appointment, and then we stay there with you and drive you back to your point A. That's a big difference.
So do you literally sit like in the waiting room for waiting for the I'm going to say patient customer, or would you be sitting outside like in the car?
We would prefer to stay in the car. We don't want to get any information that we're not
Right,
allowed to
HIPAA and all
get.
that.
So we would, walk you to the door and make sure you sit comfortably in the car, in your seat, and then we'll wait in the car, or we wait where we give you privacy for your appointment.
Sure.
That's
Definitely a gap that's in the transportation / medical community. I mean, that was brilliant. So what prompted you to create this business?
So this business, as I said, was firsthand experience in the care facility that I worked in. I saw the gap, as an executive director of a skilled of a assisted living. I saw that my patients were stuck in their home in my facility when my van was broken and I was waiting for it to get repaired. They couldn't go for their doctor's appointments. They couldn't go for, let's say, to the dollar store, to the Walmart. They couldn't go to, any activity in other facilities because the van was broken. So I'm like, what can I do? Even the community transportation might not go on the same day or the same time that my residents were, had their doctor's appointment, want to go to the dollar store, want to go to a prime movie, want to go to their family members in the community. There was the big gap. And I was so moved. I was so touched when they keep on knocking at my door. Udoka, is the van ready today? That really moved me. That touched me. That was where I knew something needed to be done. And that's how UU Compassionate Transportation Services was born.
And it's independent. So they're not calling, I don't remember the name of it, but I see a shuttle bus that drives around New Jersey and
Access Link.
Yes. So this is independent. This is one client at a time, right? This isn't groups. Is that right?
Sometimes we do shared rides, and those they're shared with their friends, or it's not random people that they don't know.
Sure.
For example, we are in a community. I have people that go for where they live. They live independently in a community, and the bingo is like a mile or two away, but in the same gated community, and they can't walk it. So what do? They call their friends, like 3 other friends, and that is called a share ride. And they call me and book me that way. That is their own friends. That's the only way I do that. I don't pick up a random A person and B person and drive them together. No, I don't do that. That's the big difference.
Okay, fantastic. So Udo, who is your perfect customer or referral partner? Who would be a great strategic referral partner for you that could help you build your business, and likewise?
My business partners could be the hospitals. They are skilled nursing facilities. They are assisted livings. They are home care agencies. There are people, even the church or any religious community, and that wants me to pick up, their members from their home on that religious day. I transport you from your home to that religious center that you go. And who else? Even anybody in the community. In the community, I can take you for even quick run to the grocery store. So those are my
Wow.
perfect referral
Okay. So
sources.
it's a lot. That's a lot of
Yes, it is.
it's a lot of
Yes, it is.
prospects. Fantastic.
Yes.
And what process do you go through on a daily basis and that ensures you to not get distracted?
Okay, so on daily basis, this is what I do. I wake up early and I make sure that I go through my schedule. I
Mhm.
make sure that the drivers are well booked and not overbooked, not overstressed. I make sure that my clients, the pickup address is, very intact, and, and the destination. I make sure I cross-check everything. I make sure that my vans are, working and reliable, and make sure that everything is on point
Mhm.
every day.
Mhm.
That's exactly what I do. I check the books. I make sure everything is in black and white, and everybody that needs the information, that needs to get the information for on daily basis, are on point. Exactly what I do every day.
So these things ring all day long, right? We're in the middle of something, it rings, or
Yes.
you get a text message, and we can get very easily distracted because we have all these apps in
Yes.
our smartphones, and they can pop up, and then you go down a rabbit hole. So how do you stay focused, like on the point? Because it's you're in charge of the entire operation, am I right?
Currently.
Okay, so how do you stay focused? People want to know.
So what I do is I have my the where the schedule is made, the Google calendar. I
Mhm.
make sure that is in place. I go through my Google calendar. I make sure everything, I don't double book. So on my phone, everything is, collaborating within. I schedule everything. I'm not overloaded. I
Right.
make sure everything, schedule. I go from point A to point B. I make sure that all my discharge, the pickup, everything is laid out on the Google Calendar. That's why
Okay.
thank God for Google Calendar. Thank God for planners. Everything is in one place. You see everything in one place. So I
Right, right.
systematically go
So
through
you
it
just
one at a time.
it's really internal then, so from what it sounds like, that you
Correct.
really personally pay attention to your
Yes.
checklists and your
Yes.
calendar, and
Correct.
then don't pay attention to the distractions. The distractions are not going to get over on you.
No, you cannot be
Wow. Okay.
bombarded, because you'll be overwhelmed.
Yes,
And I need to stay
exactly.
focused, I need to stay grounded, and I need to stay calm and stress free.
Of course, of course. So Udo, if you don't mind, what would you say? Would you speak on your involvement with Business Connects and how it's impacted your business in any way?
Sure. Business Connect is like one of my lifelines. Business Connect, I met people that, even if in that room, in that group of family, that's what I take it to be. You have the networking, and then you have a group of buddies, your buddies that are there to help you. They got your back. That's what Business Connect is to me. And we gather on Fridays in the morning, and whatever issue that I'm going through, when I started a couple of months ago, I quickly made, some close friends where, they asked me, where I am, what state or what stage my business was at. They were able to help me. They were able to refer me to people outside of the group. And that, gradually that enlarged my referral source. And also, they the information that I get at Business Connect is like a source of, is like a well of knowledge. People that, helped me with, the technology, people that helped me with so many other things. And also, even, Jen, you helped me with, you go through, let's say the blog that is
Mhm,
coming out soon.
mhm.
You help me, you call me, you tell me I need this, fix this, and you help me with it because I'm not all that tech savvy. The people like Jen help me with that, with the LinkedIn, with the website, with everything that I need to grow this business. That's
Mhm.
what I have gotten from
That's
Business Connect. And
wonderful.
another powerful thing that I've gotten is the score, the
Mhm.
score mentorship. Oh my goodness. When they started a couple of weeks ago, if I can mention her name, Susan, oh my goodness. I wrote her an email. She responded to me. I was struggling with one aspect of the business and she linked me to a mentor. My God, Jim has been such a great, great source to my business. Anytime that I go on networking outside the healthcare networking group and I hit a wall, Jim is there. Just a text or just an email. He responds to me and he gives me ideas. I jump on it. He gives me links to follow through. And this has been great. If not for Business Connect, I don't know what I would have done. I don't know where I'll be.
Well, we were fortunate to find each other, I would say.
Thank you.
Because you bring your light, everybody. You can see this brightness that Udo brings with her on Friday mornings, and the life skills and the experiences. I mean, there's a reason why we go through these things in our life, and how it helps us with our next path, and what you can share, what you can help somebody else with, and so on. So I think it's very very important, that we share these things, and having one-to-ones. And I know you've had quite a few one-to-ones and meals, with some of our members. So I'm
Yes.
very very happy that it's been so helpful for your business, for you to help
Thank
you
you.
grow your business. And did you have any last comments that you wanted to share in the video before we wrap up?
Yes, I'm so grateful for this opportunity. You're please reach out to UU Compassionate Transportation. We are on our website, www.ctransportuu.com. I'm on LinkedIn under Udoka Ume. I'm a born therapist. And when I was a therapist assistant, I never knew I was going to. Then I became an executive director. I didn't know this was paving the way
Mm.
for what I saw as a gap. And I'm now filling the gap by what I do. I am grateful for that.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. So, friends, as you're watching this video, wherever you're watching it, it's going to live on our YouTube channel. If you look down in the descriptions, you will see links to Udoka's website, her LinkedIn profile, her Business Connects profile. You can learn all you want to learn about Compassionate Transportation. And obviously, we would love to see you at Business Connects. We
Yes.
are at 8:15 a.m. every Friday morning at 90 Woodbridge Center Drive. That's also known as the Willen's Building, up on the 11th floor. And reach out to us. And please, if you found this video helpful, please share it with your colleagues, your entrepreneurs, somebody who's new in business, or somebody who's new in starting their next business, because we really are a community. We can't do this alone. Everybody needs people. We all need our tribe of people to help us. And we would really, really love to be that support system for you too. So until next time, thank you so much for watching. I'm Jennifer Wilner, founder of Business Connects NJ, and we'll see you again. Thank you, Udo.
You're welcome. Thank you.